Good afternoon, everyone. I'm calling to order the Pinal County Community College District Governing Board meeting for November 15th. And Trustee Christensen, if you could please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, justice for all.
Thank you. All right. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here and joining us this afternoon. So the next item on the agenda is the adoption of the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to adopt the agenda as presented. All those in favor, say aye.
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 All those opposed? All right, motion carries. And I believe we have no members of the public signing in, so we will move to action items. All right, number 5 is the consideration of the consent agenda. So unless,
You can do that.
Move to approve the consent agenda.
We've already moved and seconded.
all right, it's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Second.
With the minor correction to item 6E, please?
Yes, there was a correction needed for item 6E regarding who made the motion and who seconded, which has been corrected. So it's been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda as revised. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries. All right, we are moving on to reports. All right, Dr. Elliott.
Good afternoon, governing board members, President Kasuga, faculty, staff, and guests. It is my extreme honor to provide a district update, starting with that Mary Lou won the National Professional Board Support Award in October. It was a very exciting moment for us. We knew she won the Pacific region, but now she is officially the most outstanding board professional staff member in the United States of America. We're super proud of her, and I made her bring her lovely award along to show it off.
We have proof.
The second thing I want to share is that the college has received the military-friendly designation again at the bronze level. We are the only community college in Arizona to receive that designation, so that is a great honor. And then the last thing I would like to share, as you know, I meet probably several times a month with potential employers that are going to come to Pinal County. They always have a weird name like Project Sunshine or something like that. But if you read the paper, one of those companies that I have been meeting with and working with the county on was Procter & Gamble, that is going to be coming and investing in Pinal County and adding about 500 people to the workforce. So we're really excited about that. We obviously will be very busy in our AIT program with some training. So I'm happy to entertain any questions you may have.
And the Procter & Gamble is in Coolidge, correct?
In Coolidge, yes.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions for Dr. Elliott? That's like good news all around in-house and the Pinal County. So any other comments or questions? Excellent. Thank you so much for that report. So, Mr. Wadka, item 7, you have a number of items, as usual.
Thank you. And good afternoon, Madam Chair, governing board members, Madam President, Madam Secretary. Congrats once again on that paperweight. And welcome all colleagues and guests. 3 reports this afternoon. First one is the monthly budget. We are now done with our budget to actual for the first quarter of fiscal year that we're in now, fiscal year 23. So the results through September 22, the district's fund operating expenditures are at 19.81% of the total budget, which is a slight decrease of 2.38% from the previous year of 2021, which was at 22.19%. So nothing out of the ordinary, running pretty much in par of our prior years. The second report is the awarded bids that are over 20,000. There are 12 for your review in the packet. I'd be happy to answer any questions on either the budget or the awarded bids.
Any questions for Mr. Watka on those two items? None?
Okay.
Not
Then the last report I have is on the electronic door lock project. This is something that we have talked about for a number of years for all of our campuses. And when the CARES dollars presented themselves to us a couple of years ago, this was a good opportunity to invest in our district, invest those dollars in doing this project. So I would like to call up both Chief Roberts and the Chief Information Officer Cameron Sanders, who have been the two main leads of this project. So they will present a brief PowerPoint of where we stand on this project.
All right, good afternoon, Madam Chair, governing board members, Dr. Elliott, Mary Lou, guests, and colleagues. You get me 2 months in a row, but this time I have a friend with me. Got a little backup. Okay, Chris gave a good summary, good intro, electronic door lock project, kind of what set the stage for that to begin. So I'm gonna walk you through it completely. So an electronic door lock system is when you can use a smart key, little credit card style key, to unlock doors. So these systems are controlled by a centralized software that governs the access to those doors. An example of this that you've probably encountered is how you gain access to your hotel room. You're issued a little card when you arrive, and you can use that to lock and unlock those doors. So that's what we're looking to bring to CAC. This was a joint proposal from both PD and IT, so something that Chief and I brought forward. The project officially kicked off about a year ago with those CARES funds that Chris was talking about. And unfortunately, it has faced some delays just due to worldwide chip shortages. Every single one of these devices that you install on the door handles has smart hardware in there. But thankfully, that is starting to flow in, and we're nearing completion right now. So that's exciting. So the project as a whole was governed by an internal project team that consisted of about 20 CAC employees. We had representation from academics, student services, PD, IT, and facilities. We had 2 internal project managers leading it, and this group selected the vendor who was going to do all the work for us, the software that was going to control the system, the hardware that was going to be installed on the doors, and just oversaw the project in general, answering all the big questions and making decisions as we went along. So the scope of this project was set out to encompass the Santan, Maricopa, SMC, and Signal Peak campuses. So those 4 campuses were the target of this first phase. And it includes external doors, so all external doors to buildings, classrooms, the dormitories at Signal Peak, and some high security areas like the mailroom, IT networking closets, some of the facilities, electrical closets and such. So some of the benefits that we get by upgrading to this style of system is that it will allow PD to lock and unlock doors remotely, so they can do it from their computer back in their office. If they get a call, they can provide that immediate assistance versus having to drive over there. They can also do immediate campus lockdown. So in the event of an emergency, with one click of a button, they can lock down, let's say, all classroom doors at a given campus. It should reduce the amount of work that goes into maintaining the current physical key system, the overhead involved with that. And it is simple to control the access, so the maintenance of that. As employees come and go, you can simply add and remove their access on that card to those doors. And another nice safety feature is it has the entry logging, so we'll be able to track who's entering our premises. So as we're nearing the conclusion, we should have all of the hardware installs completed by the end of December, so by the end of this calendar year. And we are completing all of the training right now because we had to train all of our badging station staff at each of our campuses who print the IDs for staff and students. as well as the police department, so that they know how to use the software and assign and remove access and open and close doors remotely, as well as Res Life. They're going to be able to manage their own doors in the dormitories. And once the training is complete and all the hardware is installed, we will be beginning our rollout in a phased approach. We'll be starting with the Santan campus. That'll be the first one. We're going to start with one of the smaller areas just to help us get our feet wet and get rolling. And from there, in the new year, we'll expand out to the other campuses, most likely going to Maricopa next, then SMC, and finally Signal Peak will go last. And it's large enough that we might even go building by building, just to ensure that we spread it out and don't overwhelm PD with all the requests that'll be flowing in for this new type of access. Looking to the future. So we've covered what the first phase of this project holds, but it can always be added to. So in new capital years, if desired, we can add additional doors to the system that can plug right in. We can leverage these smart cards that everybody will have with other systems. So perhaps you're attending an athletic event, you could scan your card and have some functionality there. And the system that we installed has the capability to use your smartphone. So you may notice that the picture in this final slide switched from the card to the smartphone, to where you can just hold your smartphone up and unlock the doors. So those are potential additional features that we could add down the road. All right, any questions for the chief or I? Go ahead.
One question, sir. Does this also provide an electronic record of everyone who opens a door?
It does, everyone who opens.
So that anyone who goes into a door, we have a record that they went in the door and came out of it, at what time they went in and what time they came out?
At what time they went in. All doors actually remain unlocked from the inside, so it wouldn't have a record of when they leave. And it would only have a record of people who enter a locked door, because if the door's unlocked, they don't have to scan. They would just be able to open it. For instance, this system actually connects back to our 25 live room scheduling system, which allows the classroom doors to automatically unlock before a class begins and then relock after the class is over. So in that instance, it wouldn't track all the students and everybody flowing into the classroom, because the room would have been automatically unlocked beforehand.
So if there's sensitive material or expensive material in a room, we'll know everyone who went into that room.
Correct.
And if something is misappropriated, you'll have an approximation of who it may have been involved in that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Any other questions? You gonna let the chief talk to you? No. Oh, all right, yeah, got it. All right. If there are no any questions, excellent, it's probably overdue, but, you know, chip shortages are everywhere, so kind of understand that. So we're looking forward to seeing full implementation.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, the next item on the agenda is an executive session, so regarding a personnel item. So if I could have a motion and a second and approval from the board to move into executive session?
So moved.
All right, it moved and seconded by Dr. Odiorn and Mr. Walker. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of moving into executive session, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? All right, so I need to excuse, is that easier? Everybody leaves the room, right? You don't have to come back. There is. You can, but you don't have to. All right, we'll let everyone leave and let our IT folks. And we are at item 9, discussion with possible action from executive session. What is the board's pleasure?
May I?
Yes,
Okay,
Gladys.
because our Mary Lou earned an award, she actually earned that award plus. If Mary Lou, if it's hard to do, it may take a minute for Mary Lou to do it. If it's impossible, it's going to take a little bit longer. But I think that something a bit more tangible than the award which was well-earned, with a bonus for all of her wonderful service to the board, to the president, to the college, that I would like to recommend that we give her a bonus, a one-time bonus of $5,000 to show our appreciation.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to award Mary Lou a one-time bonus of $5,000 for her exceptional service to CAC and all the team. You didn't know? Nope. No? Wait, go ahead. Discussion.
Thank you all so much. It means so much to me. And thank you.
Surprise. All right, well, it's been moved and seconded to award this to Mary Lou. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? All right, motion carries. Now it's official, Mary Lou. All right, given that one action, we are at adjourn, so I will just by declaration, just adjourn this meeting. Thank you all for being here, and thank you all, our team that supports us, and have a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving to all.